are online and streaming. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everybody on Telegram who is watching live. In Telegram, you can see the stream, you can see my face, you can see me talking live and doing the guided meditation soon live. And for those on Second Life, you can see my avatar and hear my voice, of course, as well. Welcome to everybody. Welcome, Paxton. Good to have you on Second Life here with us. Hello, everybody on Telegram. I can't see who is there, but I see people joining in, which is perfect. So, yeah, like I said, we are recording this live, as we always do. This is Love Your Love Muscle, a bi-weekly podcast about living from your heart, um, heart-based coherence, heart-focused living, heart-focused meditation, self-regulation technique, everything from the heart. And today the theme is Halloween. How easily do you get spooked? And does it bother you? Maybe you're anxious, maybe you have anxiety and don't like this time of year at all because it's Halloween soon, right? You might not want to participate because you are easily scared. But who knows, maybe we can do something about that today. We're going to guide you through a visualization, a lot different than from what you're used to with our regular podcast episodes. So see this as a Halloween special where I give you an opportunity to work on any anxiety you might have, any fear you might have, by guiding you through a visualization and a meditation. I won't talk too much today because the meditation will be a little bit longer than usual because of that visualization technique, right? So, on the other hand, there might be people who are thrilled by the fear, or thrilled by this season. They love exploring their their anxiety, yeah, any situation where they might challenge themselves in a frightening way. Uh, and this as well. And that's maybe where we're going to with our session as well, getting used to those feelings of anxiety, uncomfortable feelings, and like not getting used to it, but getting to and being able to work through that, being able to handle that in a different way than you might usually do. If you're easily scared, if you're anxious, you're actually having a program running. You're actually running a program on autopilot and you react to things in an automatic way. And meditation can help you, and self-regulation can help you to be upfront, be in front of that trigger. You notice the trigger coming up, and then you have a little bit of time in between the trigger and your reaction where you can decide to either go on autopilot and react to the jump scare or say, hey, you know what? Let's react differently to it. So that's what we're going to explore today. So by turning your anxiety, your fear into curiosity, you will get a whole different experience or perspective of what usually might have been a scary situation. And of course, being scared, being prepared for the worst case scenario is actually very natural. It's our natural instinct to be prepared. When we were out on the fields and weren't living in safe houses and everything like that, we were out in nature, living in caves, being hunted by saber-toothed tigers and whatever what. We have this natural instinct of being prepared for worst case scenario. So it's pretty natural that we are frightened, and it's also a good thing because it stops us from doing things that might hurt us. But we have to be able to see the difference between something that is really not good for us and we should walk away from it, uh, and something that is actually just being frightened or anxious of the unknown. We're losing control because we're not knowing what we're going through, we're not knowing what's going to happen. And by changing our perspective from being afraid of the unknown to being curious, we can get over a lot of issues when it comes to anxiety. So we're going to try that out. Actually, let's just try that out right now. And again, this is live, and the weather outside of my house isn't the best one. So for those that are listening live and are watching live, during this session, you might notice the wind going around my house. You might notice the rain on the window. You might notice a clock. All those things are disappeared from the recording when we publish the recording and when we publish the podcast. But it might give an extra dimension uh, to those that are watching this and listening to this live. Actually, right now with the theme of today. All right. So just let's get ready, okay? Let's get ready for our session, for our short visualization and meditation. Okay, so just get comfortable, settle down. Let me change the picture as well of on the screen for those that are watching. Beautiful Halloween scene and a haiku saying, shadows softly drift, curiosity calms fear, in stillness we glow. That's the haiku uh, accompanying our session today. Great, so I hope you found a good position. Make sure you have good enough support. And we're not going to do any fancy breathing, but of course we're going to focus on it. So just take a nice deep inhale through your nose as always. Fill your lungs with air. Breathe out. Close your eyes, settle down. Lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw. One more time, a nice good deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth as you let the day go. Relax even more. Settling down, settling down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now try to breathe calmer, slower and deeper than usual. Inhale and exhale, slower and deeper. And as you do that, notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Focus on that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. And notice how you are breathing through that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. It could be your nose, back of your throat, maybe your chest or your tummy. And follow your breath through that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. And use it as your anchor point. So anytime during this session when you notice your mind is wandered off, you're no longer focused on what I'm saying. If you notice that, just get back to your breath. Without any judgment, don't get frustrated, just get back to that anchor point, that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. Beautiful. So keep breathing through that point. Now imagine the scenery around you changing Imagine yourself sitting on a bench, a park bench, near a forest. It is dark outside, and the only light illuminating your surroundings is the street light next to the bench, the moon in the sky, and the stars. Look around through your mind's eye. What do you see? Do you see the trees from the forest? Do you see bushes? Can you see the moon? And what do your surroundings sound like? Is there any wind? Do you hear the wind go through the trees? You might even hear an owl in the distance. Observe your surroundings through your mind's eye as you sit on that park bench near the entrance of a dark forest, with that street light next to you, illuminating your surroundings. Nothing but the moon and the stars, and far away in the forest you hear an owl. Might even notice it is raining slightly, just a little. As you look closer through the trees, you see a slight dim light far into the forest. Around 200, 300 meters away, dim light between the trees. What do you think as you see that light? What is your first reaction? Are you curious? Are you ready to explore where that light is coming from? Or maybe you want to play it safe and don't want to really go into the woods, uncertain of what might be there and what might happen. As you sit there, nevertheless, your curiosity takes the upper hand. What could possibly go wrong? Because you've been in this forest many times during the day, and you know that there are some houses here and there in the forest, small cabins, and the light is probably from this cabin as well, even if it's a bit too dim for your liking. So curiously, you get up and walk into the forest, onto the path towards that dim light. Cold wind caresses your face. A slight shiver runs over your body. But you're curious, you want to know if there's someone in that cabin, if it's really a cabin, what that light actually is. As you walk towards that light, that dim flickering light. How do you feel? Can you recognize the trees? Is it so much different from when you walked on this path during daylight? And now and then you still hear the owl far away in the forest, actually guiding you towards that dim flickering light. You go further and the forest path underneath your feet feels nice and soft actually. And the slight wind rustling through the trees makes you feel not alone. It gives you a slight comfort. And you realize actually that wherever you are, there are always things around you that can make you feel a little bit more at home, a little bit more at ease. Like the nice feeling underneath your feet as you walk over that soft forest path filled with leaves. And all of a sudden the sound of that owl doesn't really feel uncomfortable either. It's a bit soothing when you think about it. And as you near closer to that dim flickering light, you notice that yes, it is a cabin. And that flickering light are a couple of candles in front of the window of the cabin. You walk closer, getting closer to the cabin. And when you get close, you look through the window and see those 5 candles in front of the window. But when you look into the house, it's completely dark. Only the candles in front of the window illuminating the floor and some kitchen chairs. But it's also making big shadows throughout the house. Because the candlelight's moving, the shadows are moving as well. It almost gives you a creepy feeling. But everything went fine so far. So curiously, you were wondering if just somebody had left the candles on as they left the cabin. You walk towards the door and carefully you try to open it. Sure enough, it's not locked. As you open the door and want to step in, the door is creaking, making a horrible sound. You open the door a little bit faster so that sound goes away quicker. And slowly you set one foot into the house, into the cabin, then the other foot. And once inside, you smell A bowl of soup standing on the kitchen table. It almost smells like kitchen soup, chicken soup. You try to switch the light on, but there is no power. Slowly you walk towards the kitchen. And there you see a bowl of chicken soup on the kitchen table. It's still warm. So somebody might have just been here. And the power is out, and therefore the candles have been lit. You take one of the candles and walk through the cabin towards the fireplace. And sure enough, you find some wood, some logs. Because it's chilly and because you want more light, expecting someone to come back any moment, you start the fireplace. And as the fireplace is burning, you sit yourself on the chair next to the fireplace, a comfy, warm, cozy chair. And as you sit down, you feel the nice warmth from the fire, from the fireplace, caressing your body, warming your body, the warmth going deep inside your body. And as you sit there so comfortably, you almost fall asleep, so relaxed, so good. And who could think that you went through that dark forest with a chilly wind, the owl in the distance. Yes, you had that creepy feeling, but you know that this forest is safe. You've been here many times. And you've been many times in these cabins. This is the first time doing it during the night. And as you think back about your experience, overcoming your fear, exchanging your fear with curiosity, you hear the door from the cabin open slightly, and a soft voice is saying hello. You turn around and you notice a person standing in the door, curious, but also a bit amused. I want you to observe this person. Is it someone you know? Is it a stranger? And for a few minutes I want you to just connect to this person. Have a conversation. Ask questions. Explain why you started a fireplace, that you found out that the power wasn't available in the cabin. Just a friendly conversation. And again, if your mind wanders off to whole different parts of your existence, if you notice that, just get back to your breath, get back to the cabin and the person you are meeting there. Wonderful. Just take note of what you're talking about and say to that person that for you it's time to go home soon, that you enjoyed the conversation. And maybe this person was so kind to share their chicken soup with you. Who knows? Make note of that. So say your goodbyes. And get ready to leave the cabin back onto the path, the forest path, back to the bench, the park bench outside of the forest, where this small adventure started. As you walk down that path, back to that park bench, imagine the experience you had. If you would have been afraid and wouldn't have gone into the forest, you would have missed out of an opportunity to meet someone. You wouldn't have conquered any fear. You wouldn't have grown. And look at you now. In a safe way, you've turned anxiety, fear into an opportunity, into curiosity. That's what life is all about. Be curious. Explore. learn new things, meet new people. In this day and age, most people are in a safe environment. We seldom have to flee. We seldom meet wild animals. So be more curious. More adventurous. And know what might happen. So you arrive back at that bench and you sit down again. That beautiful street light next to you illuminating your surroundings. And as you sit there, you transform yourself back into this 3D world. Getting back to this world, the physical world, by noticing the room you are in, noticing any sounds in the room, and breathe normally again. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. Move your body back and forth and from side to side. Maybe you want to wiggle with your fingers and toes as you are fully back now. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Very well, Aquarius, good to see you. Welcome in Second Life to you too. So yeah, this was a short visualization just to practice being curious, practice being turning your anxiety or fears into curiosity. And always think, always feel with your heart. You notice when you are afraid of something or fear something, if it's a sound feeling or if it's just something you make up, like actually it's safe, you know? But something is you're just turning everything into something that you want to protect yourself from. But curiosity can switch that around. And it takes practice. It's hard sometimes. For some people this is hard, it's difficult, but it takes practice. You can get over anxiety and fear. Visualizing, training your mind and your body, your nervous system to become more curious and less frightened. Beautiful. So, I hope you enjoyed this session, our Halloween special. I'll see you back again in 2 weeks. I guess then Halloween has already been, so I wish you all that celebrate Halloween a happy Halloween. Be safe and be curious. Who knows what might happen. All right, take good care everyone. I hope to see you back in 2 weeks again for another Love Your Love Muscle. Be safe. Namaste.